Alright, hey, look what we got today. It's a special little video here, something a little different from my usual content. I thought I'd try something a little new. This time we have a tutorial based on the World at War mod tools tutorial by BamSkater33 way back in 2013, 9th of May to be exact, 10:30 a.m. Anyways, this basically creates an effect that plays on a loop or one shot as a little GIF in your game. So for instance, you could have a GIF like this and turn it into a video that plays in your map. So first things first, you have to get your GIF / video. You can be a AVI video 2 or a MP4, whatever you want. Then you can just convert it into a GIF, and then you can resize that GIF. As you can see, it used to be very long, but now it's not so long. Then you have to resize it to a power of 2 image. So in this case, I've done 512 by 512. This BamSkater says 128 by 128. It doesn't have to be, as long as it's a power of 2 and less than 2048 by 2048. Anyways, the next step is to get AVI for BMP, and these links will be in the description. So download that program, open it up, and you want to have somewhere in a power of 2 of rows. It has to be an even number, basically, is what okay, first step, we need to open our image, and we are going to use the Aaron 512 GIF, which is a meme I made for my friend. We can play it. This is what it looks like. Stop it. And the rows it chose by default is 5 by 5, which I guess works, but we can do 4 by 4 just to be a little even here. We can save the image. It has to be a power of 2, I believe. You can save the image, which I've already saved it, and this is what it is going to look like after you save it as a BMP image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All you basically have to do is make sure it's a square image. Okay, next step, we must use paint.net to convert the BMP image into something World at War can use, such as DDS or TGA, I believe. Yes, TGA. So we open up paint.net. MS Paint would work for Black Ops 3 because it can do TIFF images, which is used by Black Ops 3. In this case, we're going to use the Aaron 512.bmp. We would just save this as a TGA file or a DDS, direct draw surface. There it is. So either one of those would work. I think direct draw surface has one of them is the equivalent of a PNG, where it can have see-through stuff, and the other one's like just for solids. That's the only difference here. I think direct draw surface is the transparent one. That's the word I was looking for. Anyways, we just save that. I've already saved it, so I don't have to. But you would just click save as and put it somewhere. Then the next step would be to drop it into raw images in your World at War directory, or you can put it in model export, which would also work, as long as it's in the root folder of World at War somewhere. I believe it will work. So we've stuck it in there. Just drag and drop into your World at War directory, model export, or raw images, and then you would open Asset Manager from the launcher. Be just Asset Manager there. Create a new GDT or put it in one that you've already created. Then you want to do a new entry. I've already created that, but it needs to be selected under material. It'd be a material, and then you put material type to effect, and the surface type, I just put glass. You can put none, it'd be the same thing. Then the row count is important. Your row count and column count would be the same you set it to in AVI for BMP. In this case, 4 and 4. You can then color map, you would select the image, TGA image that you put in your model export or raw images. Next step, we would save it, well actually convert PC convert first. F10 is the shortcut for this. You don't want to press F11. In other words, it will delete any asset that you have made that doesn't have a GDT backed into it. So anything you've not edited in Asset Manager through a GDT, if it doesn't have a reference to it, it will delete it. So don't use all assets unless you have a solid GDT for everything. So if you click convert asset, current asset only, it will convert it. You would hit continue, enter when it gets done. Sometimes it'll give you an error, you just run it again and it should work. Now we're done with Asset Manager. We would go into Effects Editor, which I already have open here. And this is what it would look like. We'll just make a new image to start off here. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to reopen it because it looks like it didn't do it right. Effects Editor, there we go. Got new here. We want to create a new segment, which would be under Effects, New Segment. Bring it up. Sideways. There we go. Okay, fine. Color. First we want visuals. We want to find our FX material, so it'll be under raw materials and be underscore GFX underscore GIF. Uh-oh. Load, please. Thank you. Guess that's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. Okay, it loaded. We're good. We're sweet. We're sweet feet. We've got our GIF. We want to change this to an oriented sprite if you want it to actually be like a video or like an advertisement or a picture on the wall. Now for fixed FPS, we want this to be probably, for my instance, it would be about 15, 16 FPS. That's what I set it to. And the color, we don't want it to be black for whatever reason, so we're just going to flip all these up to the top so it's invisible or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but the interval is, let's try 100,000. Okay, and 100, oops, 100. Okay, now we've got that going on. We want this to be oriented sprite, start at frame, we'll start at frame 1 because mine's a little weird. Rotation, velocity, size, there we go. This to not do that, and we want the scale to be, let's try 512, the size of the image, which I believe is what that will look like. Yes, color, physics, rotation, effect at spawn, do effect now if we wanted to. I'm not sure if that changes anything. And looping, I'm going to save as raw FX. This is how, because it won't load it without doing that. We're going to save it as tutorial. We'll name it GIF2. GIF2.efx. There we go. Now we can play it, and it should play it as an actual image in the effects editor. Now we can hold Control and left click up to go to move it around on the mouse. You move your mouse around while holding Control to change the direction, and left click and right click to move forward and backward and left and right. And there's our image. Now, to play this in game, all you need to do is save the image, first of all, and exit out of Effects Editor. Let us create a new map. Alright, so the easiest way to get your FX to play in game is to use UGX EasyFX, which is a script that allows you to place down an FX and pretty much just drag and drop. All you have to do is just follow the tutorial in the script, which I will have linked in the description. So that's about it. I showed you what it looks like in game. It's pretty easy. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.